I enjoy, you know, I enjoy that stuff. NHN is tomorrow at 6 p.m. Well, I'll be honest, I'm a little nervous doing those back-to-back days because I don't know how much you guys like that stuff, and it definitely isn't great for viewership, I will say. But I do want to do it maybe before the weekend, so I'm kind of conflicted there. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So tell you also if it's on, change it. I told so as planned, it's supposed to be happening. Put a time cap on it. Yeah, America won't be that long. Probably like 2 hours for Americans. Yeah, time cap would be good. In truth. I mean, we did a lot of Canada today, but I don't know, man. Learning about places I've never been is really interesting to me. And we get to meet new members of chat and all that good stuff. Jesus. TV handbook. Jesus Christ. What do you mean, am I the acting chief of TV? Yes, we've been over this. You are not a chief. We've made that clear. Filmed and produced before I was. Why are people fucking sad about content? This dramatic bullshit has got to stop, man. You should not be mad about us putting stuff out. With an odd case. What? The filming of the hospital alongside some others? What the fuck are you talking about? Oh my god. Bro. And the man, director documentation commercials that was past your PO and told you were a lawyer, and the entertainer CEOs urged to talk to you with the process of event permits if they're needed to hold premises for my work. I don't think there's anything legislation about event permits. Let's look. I don't think there's anything legislation about permits in general. Let's look real fast, chat. No, he did not figure it out. Don't tell me he figured it out. He figured it out? Don't tell me he figured it out. No way, dude. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no way, bro. So whatever you're covering, going to be fine. We're sending a few emails, taking the day to do deliveries on the store and such. Ariel's still very sick. Hopefully a minute in your box. Next with your money. Let's see, right into the PD, the Dara. Okay. Who's this? This is Levi, right? Yeah. I don't think anybody's gonna be around. It's late as fuck. I tell you this, I don't like the idea of Elliot feeling like he has to have everything run through him if he also can't even take 5 seconds or 5 minutes to add the effect and dish it onto somebody else. I also don't like the idea of slowing up projects that need to get out. So we definitely gotta talk to him. And a lot of this red tape bullshit is not gonna fly. Either get with the program or get left behind. Because what he's sad about, hey Kenny, sorry I figured I'd get this verbally because I'm submergent, but got matters to attend to. Are you the acting chief of TV? Yes, you knew that. You were demoted from chief. I told you that a while ago. Nothing's changed. When writing this guide, obviously I need you to vouch if that's the case. I do also wish to pull the news broadcast produced under Beebs. No, that's dumb. Why? Because unfortunately it includes quite a bit of concerning material. What concerning to the filming of the hospital alongside some others. Okay, I'm not satisfied anyway. It's not your call to make. Been working under Beebs, but he went around me with these stories. What? You're an editor, bro. Having them filmed and produced before I was even informed. It's because you can't take 5 minutes to do the one thing. I don't blame him. Believing Weasel's integrity would not like to see it crushed. I agree. What's the integrity in question? Odd case. Glad to see he's okay through. What broadcast? Is this on the news feed? Weasel broadcast. 28-minute long. Jesus Christ. He's not happy with it? Alright, we have to watch this fucking broadcast. What could he possibly not be happy with? Let's find out. If there's anything in this damn thing he's actually not happy with. Let's find out. I don't know if this is another power trip thing or what. I don't think so. I hope not. I think it's just the guy wants to keep the integrity of Weasel. Let's find out. This is 28 minutes. Oh, I need to do this. I gave my day. Let's make up our mind. All right. Associate reporter. You're going to go down to senior. Associate reporter. I need to talk to Ariel. For now, we'll put it at senior. Associate reporter. Senior. Did he handle the Cheryl shit? No, she's still on staff. Why? He said he would handle it. We'll talk to him tomorrow. He took a day off. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Alessandro Vinti, senior. Dirk Whistler is an associate reporter. Why? He was always a senior. I don't know who promoted him. Oh, wait, that's Dirk Whistler. I'm thinking of Ken Kennedy. That's fine. I'm not too worried about Dirk. We just keep him on as an intern, I guess. Or reporter. I don't know. It doesn't really matter his status or title. It's just a title. Guess we'll keep him as senior. Fuck it. Everyone's getting paid more anyway now. The pay structure is different. Jimmy Barton, I don't even know who you are. Yeah. Maximilian Donovan. Okay. What we've done now. I need to handle Tony. What we've done now is we've gotten rid of every associate, which is the chief level in the company. We no longer have chiefs. Because seemingly the perfect people that I thought were perfect fits fucking shit the bed. Whenever I was not around for a goddamn week. So now we are going to find our new chiefs. And we're going to have them work together at same level in the company, doing what they do. When they prove that they can work together and talk to each other, then they can earn it back. That will give me the trust I have in them to be able to be functioning managers who can manage people as well as themselves and work together. Because if we're not going to work together, then it ain't going to work, Chief. Drama shit's pissing me off, man. Why can't he talk to Beebs about this? I gotta get an HR person.
centers. I am Jalen Applebottom, and I'm coming to you from Weasel News. This just in, a man reportedly
Hospital stuff is what he's talking about.
rectal surgery.
Over the precipice and went back in the river, and it was bad.
This is Nightcrawler. So I don't know why they're concerned, especially if these guys gave their consent. And there's obviously more than one person. They had fun. Everybody had fun. What's the problem? You need an HR guy? Yes, actually, bro. You want to be HR? What's going on, Steve?
What surgery? I've never been told. What's going on? What's going on?
Coming right down. All you have to do is just sign this little waiver. You know what? I might put this right in your hand to the paper. There we go.
I don't think he needs surgery. He's just traumatized.
There we go. And let's lay you down. Alright. Let's see what the problem
I don't like the music.
Oh, it looks like we got a bit of rashes.
Rashes?
Hmm.
What rashes?
You know what I do with these rashes?
What do you do with these rashes?
It's a total job.
Oh my god, Dr. Roxy has such novel treatments.
Done. And now for the mystical treatment.
Mystic, what's your treatment? What's that?
Right in there. Good.
I believe this is somewhat like the exorcism we intended to do that one time on him. Huh. Look at the magic go. Oops, what?
Ow!
There we go. Now to clean those wounds, put the sealing and go. Witness the Empress in surgery today.
What did you fix?
What did I fix?
I still haven't.
I fixed your soul.
Oh, my soul was okay. It's my ass that's the problem.
We're gonna have to torch that thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cauterization, man.
You need help, Roxy?
There we go. No, I think he's fine.
After his swift recovery from pillbox, he managed to secure an interview with the victim here at New Weasel News.
So that's what I remember is, so we were, we as me, we went north, for some reason, I don't know why we went north, and I got kind of split up with whoever I was with, and then I heard a scream, and I says, oh god damn, it's the Sasquatch, and then I was running, and then I tripped and I fell down and I woke up, and when I woke up I was at the bottom of a cliff, my legs were up in the air, it was like I was being dragged somewhere. I didn't know what I was being dragged or what was dragging me. But I remember that whatever was dragging me, its grip was extremely large and extremely hairy. So I was very confused in this whole situation because I did have a bit of a banged up head.
So was there anything in that hospital thing that was bad? I think this is content. And this is good. And if anything, they probably signed a waiver or agreed to it. I don't know what Elliot's talking about or why he's worried. This seems like good content to me. The only thing was the hospital stuff, so I needed to tell me what else there's a problem with. Because so far, it looks good. What is this?
Fight night, where you were declared the 5-time champion.
Fight night stuff. Beautiful. Love it. Like 40 people watching this thing. This is one of the first ever broadcasts we've put out. In fact, this is the first broadcast we put out. People enjoyed it. There's Ken.
I've been Dick Tickleton.
The tension in the air could be cut with a butter knife. Make sure you get down to Dukes for the fight of the century.
God, he's made for this shit.
Five-time Fight Night champ Alistair Humphreys. This Friday, August 25th at 7 p.m. EST.
He's made for
You
it.
won't wanna miss it. For all of us here at Weasel, we'd like to thank you for tuning in. And as always, this is Ken Kennedy, signing off.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Good evening, Los Santos. I am Jolene Applebottom, and I'm coming to you from Weasel News. This just in, a man reportedly missing for 4 weeks was just found down in Cassidy Trail, naked and alone in a river. Our reporters on the site have the news for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Weasel News. We're live on scene here at what looks
I didn't think that was that bad. The wheelchair's not ideal, but if she was injured, she was injured. I thought she was pretty good.
Good evening, Los Santos. I am Jolene Applebottom, and I'm coming to you from Weasel News. This just in, a man reportedly missing for 4 weeks was just found down in Cassidy Trail, naked and alone in a river. Our reporters on the site have the news for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Weasel News. We're live on scene here at what looks like to be a drowning victim. As you can see, he's just been pulled out of the water. Oh my God, he is completely
Retrieved from the river. After the man was retrieved from the river, EMS quickly escorted him through the pillbox, in which the Dr. Roxanne.
There's the link if you guys want to watch it on your own time.
Him life-saving
We're not going to watch the full
medical
28
surgery.
minutes, I don't think.
Precipice and went back in the river, and it was, yeah, it was bad.
I don't understand what's worrisome about this content.
Surgery.
For an interview.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on.
It was horrible. It was stressful. It was. Oh.
After his swift recovery from pillbox, Weasel News has managed to secure an interview here live with Eamon Murphy, the victim of all this. Come on in, Eamon. Now tell us, Eamon, how has this incident affected you? You say reportedly this was a giant Sasquatch that, in your words, with a giant penis?
I like this. I like her.
10 foot tall with a giant penis. I'm so hairy. He's so.
We need to get them. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get them in the same room, but we might have to have like a morning and night anchor and then add on to them. So maybe she's the night team or the morning team. We'll see. I think that putting her next to somebody too wouldn't be a bad thing. To create that chemistry, but I don't. I mean, maybe some more confidence and practice, but at the same time, that could come with her getting out there on the street like Tony was doing and doing this type. You know, doing this type, and then also bounce back to what we got here. So we'll see. I mean, yeah, they just winged it. True. Yeah. I'll be honest. You're gonna wing it every single time. I don't think like it's gonna be. I think that's what makes it good too. Is it's off the cuff, and I think people can relate to that, and they also will find it funny. Also, having this broadcast is such a huge promotional and marketing tactic for Weasel to then gather and gain more employees, because people will be like, dude, this is fun. I want this.
10 feet tall and a giant penis.
You say reportedly.
Is Lula EU?
This was a giant Sasquatch that, in your words, with a giant penis.
10 foot tall with a giant penis. Looks so hairy. He's so strong.
Well, thank you muchly for your words here, Eamon. I'm sure everyone will be wary in the public now of this vicious creature out targeting poor innocent. I'm Jolene Applebottom, and this has been Weasel News. Thank you all, and have a lovely night.
I guess that's the only thing is... Was the broadcast over? I guess they segued into something else. I don't know what's going on with that.
Welcome back, folks, to Weasel News. I'm Ken Kennedy. And before we continue our broadcast tonight, we would just like to remind the people of Los Santos that there is no evidence that Sasquatch doesn't exist. Now, continuing on with our broadcast, there was an incredible standoff between Alistair Humphreys and Tommy Sauce Hands Bianchi at Fight Night last night. Tommy the Sauce Hands Bianchi is an up-and-coming boxer from Liberty City and came over to Los Santos and challenged the one and only 5-time champ Alistair Humphrey at his own home turf of Fight Night. The two nearly came to blows with one another, and we have that footage for you now.
Dante, $20 if you're
That's a great point from the spectators. How is this going to affect either the winners? There we go! Yeah. That is your champion.
Fire, can't let him win. And his bloody, those shorts aren't great either.
Is Garrett gonna dunk Alistair into a bucket, or is Alistair gonna be hoisting his championship belt high in the sky? These two are back and forth. Oh, just like that! Just like that!
One another, and we
Ken's
have
great.
footage.
It'll be
Between the two fighters.
Yeah, bitch.
After this thrilling altercation between the two fighters at Fight Night, the two decided it was time to sign an official boxing contract, which occurred at none other than Weasel News. The two got into a heated debate with one another, making claims of their own prowess and the lack thereof of the other. Here is that footage for you now, folks.
Hello there. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the press conference for a Clash of the Ages. Next Friday, August 25th, we've got a huge main event for you. We've got Alistair Humphreys versus Tommy Bianchi. Today, we're gathered with both of the fighters, and we're here to have a little press conference and talk a little bit about this fight. So to start things off, I'm going to go to Alistair. And yesterday at last night's Fight Night, where you were declared the 5-time champion, you decided to have some choice words for Mr. Bianchi. Care to share why you wanted to bring such intensity to this rivalry?
Well, if there's one way to get people out to an event like this, is to create some hype around it. Now, Tommy over here...
Dude, I'm loving this. This is great. Building hype for fights, building hype for events, put broadcasts out. Why would we pull this? We're not. I love it. It's content. In my mind. So I don't know what Elliot's talking about. Other than the fact that he didn't like that this was produced without him. But let's be honest, if we waited for every little thing in the entire media thing to run through one person, we would be fucked. So that's why we have 3 editors now, thank God, that Beep's hired. And Dan the Man and Bruno. And I don't understand the quality. Like, the quality looks great. Quite a bit of concerning material. Didn't see any of that. Filming in the hospital alongside some others. Didn't see the others. Filming in the hospital. If the hospital's fine with it, then we are. Because that's not our right to protect. That's the hospital's right to protect. And if they give us consent to go in and film, then that's fucking content. That's media. That's news, baby. We're in the clear. You already know the answer to this. I'll take a look at your guide. I didn't see anything problem with the integrity. Or an odd case. think it's this line right here. Been working under Beebs, but he went around me with these stories. Bro. In what way? What way? Alright. Because the Bigfoot stuff, we're not a PG news station. We're adults. And if anything, that's content and it's funny. And people will be much more inclined and able to relate to, a house. Oh, this is the, property lines. I think people will be able to relate to that more. Because it is, they're being real, you know? Like, I don't know if we cussed at all in any of the broadcasts. But even if we did, who cares, man? It's 1985. I would rather people want to watch our stuff than not watch our stuff because they felt like it was too clean and boring, and we're trying to build an audience. So yeah, that shit's gotta stay. Jesus fucking Christ, 53. Wow, bro, you must feel so blessed, my dude. Yeah, man. I feel very, very lucky and very, very blessed, and I love my community endlessly. You guys are amazing. You're funny. You're smart. You're talented. You're artistic. You're creative. Everyone's a damn comedian. Well, you're generous. You're kind. You're thoughtful. You guys show empathy. You guys are respectful. I mean, I'm not only like very, very blessed, but very, very proud, and like I could not ask for a better community, man. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. And that's why I think some of these like days where we, you know, get the culture or whatever are so much fun, because we get to know each other a little bit more and like put voices and faces to the names and stuff through like Discord and everything. So I don't know, I just feel like it's important to me to like get to know you guys a little bit, because you guys have done so much for me. Taking a little time to spend some time with you guys seems like something that I should do during a subathon. I don't want it to make it all about me. You guys are part of this thing too. So yeah. Content might not be for everybody, but sometimes it's not about the numbers. Okay. I feel like my necklace got changed too, yo. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the like. I think the clothing update when they added more clothes. I think they changed the color of my shirt too, but I can't tell. I actually need to get some new threads at some point. We've been rocking the same drip for like months. Shit. These red glasses are fucking hilarious, actually. Oh, Sid, you like the red ones, huh?
I like when I look cross-eyed as hell and look like a weird alien Goomba. Okay, I see you, Sid. I see you, little fricker. Think you're real hilarious, Sid the Kid. Think you're real freaking hilarious.
The red ones. Curious, how was your birthday? By the way, I think I've asked you before, but I don't know if I got a chance to see. I'm pretty sure you said you had a good time. Or how was the movie? Really, is what I'm more curious about. Did you like it? Was it bad? Right down your alley? What? Why is this different? Surprisingly good. It kind of looked kind of good. The vampire movie, it actually did kind of look good. Victo! Lurk away. I hope you have a great night. You're headed out. Jump scares galore, creepy Dracula, and the ship remind me of Pierre. Oh, but of course. Did you have a great time at dinner? Oh god. Oh fuck. Fuck! Did I fuck it up? I did. Oh, easy. Bro, Kill is so fucked up. Oh my god, Kill is so fucked up. Getting some jazzercise pants. Okay. I like this. I just got in, where are we up to with Kenny? Still amnesia? I'm finding it hard to catch up with all the long streams. Yeah. Yeah. That strawberry cake I craved was wonderful. Hell yeah. Yeah, the movie looked good. For sure. See a lot of Kenny's legs. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What is the new shirt that shows nothing? Hmm. Divine! Hey, Divine. How you been? Should we get a lost jacket? So next time we see Larry, we have a lost outfit. Oh, God. That would make him so happy, you have no idea.
Yeah, one of those stupid leather jackets. You happy?
Larry gonna get you killed. Well, hopefully it'll be a good story. Did we get a letter? Did our letters pop up, chat? Y'all know? Wasn't paying attention. Oh no, none of us were paying attention. You think the new undershirt that shows nothing is 15? Thanks, Gank. Gank, have I been missing anything on Atlas? Or not yet?
Quit looking at my legs. Quit looking at my legs. Stay focused, assholes. My legs are not for your viewing enjoyment. Only my ass. How these legs make you feel?
Dude, Classic Steve was in the chat earlier. Where the frick is Melvin? The memories have returned. Is Steve still here? Didn't register to me. He said he wanted to be our frickin' HR guy. How you doing? Everyone can't find any like wild ass tie-dye shirts. Aussie land. Somewhere. Brenna, Australia. What is it called, actually? Casbin? Shit. H-Town represents. Indiana, Georgia. The shit, eh? Canadian and missed the competition. There you go. Yeah, you missed it, man. We had a damn full day of Canada. We were doing it for like 5-6 hours almost. South Africa in the house. Oh, Doogie Shoes, I'm sorry to hear that. Everything's better. From Texas, living in Cali. All right, Cali represent. Tennessee in the house. Ireland represents. Fletch, I saw you asked me if I had a Snapchat earlier. I don't. Not sure why. Need to work on that accent. Well, you know, that would require you to get into voice chat. Hold it down. Canberra. What is Brenna now? I mean, technically that's a lazier way of saying Canberra, right? Brenna. Canberra. Brenna.
Oh, hey! Thanks for calling. Yeah, I have the perfect guy for your...
Bruh. 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 We'll send a petition for the Parliament House. Perfect. Sure they would gladly accept. Considering it's less effort. That's very much an Australian thing. And try less. Easy to say. Callie in the house. My wife had me doing a job shopping. Yeah, you know what they say. Happy wife. High credit card debt. Canberra. 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 Bruh. I'm just gonna say bruh. From bruh? From bruh? We all less talk, more action kind of folk. Well, then you're in the right place, because,
I'm not about that action, baby.
Kiwis in Aussie call it Canberra. Canberra.
to funky town. I wanna go to funky town. I wanna go to funky town. No, I wanna go to funky town.
C'est ça.
Yeah, maybe we get a facepalm bear. Holy, you know I love your artwork. If you're interested. I'm obsessed with Holy emotes. I don't know if Kirsa does emotes or Sid does emotes, but I know they're super talented artists. Maybe we poke them one day to see what they can do. That might not be their style though. Everyone's got like different art style, you know? Artist gang strong here. We got a lot of artsy people.
Shaking, baby.
You jogging? Yeah.
I gotta stay fit, baby. I gotta stay fit.
Right. Fair enough. I respect it.
I'm getting back to. I'm thinking about bringing Jazzercise back. It's been way too long. I literally hit it one time. Was in the best shape of my life. I think we bring it back.
Let's do it. There's plenty of places we can do it.
We gotta get like a Jazzercise guy to lead the class, though. They can't see a guy with a double chin up there leading the class. That's for sure.
That's fair. Okay. How long you been awake?
Like less than 30 minutes, maybe. Not that long, really.
You talk to anybody?
Not a single person.
Okay.
I sent some letters out, but that's it.
Yeah. Did you get my letter?
I saw you said, don't talk to nobody, fucking talk to me first, and so I sent you a letter and tried to track you down right away.
Yeah. Let's, I don't know. Let's walk down in the back lot or something. Somewhere other than the front of this place.
Is it like,
It has nothing to do with me. Right?
Something to do with me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man. You know,
like good or bad?
Your boy is going nuts.
Which guy is this?
Person that you're thinking about being the VP to.
Okay. All right.
That brother is crazier than I have ever expected.
Good crazy or bad crazy?
Oh, definitely bad crazy.
Oh, okay. So like,
there is no good crazy to me.
Well, you know.
Not when it comes to my type of business. Maybe the other type of business, yes. But
all right.
Okay, so go ahead and buckle up for this one.
Okay.
Okay, so legitimately, I start my work. I get out. I'm at the PO, doing my normal stuff. Talk to a couple people, a couple letters, check a couple letters, and I walk from the PO down to D8 and I see, you know, Alistair. I see him turn the corner, and he's in a huff. And normally he's, you know, he's Mr. Smiley. He's very personable and that shit, right? So I'm like, yeah, what's going on? You know,
This
you
is
all right?
Alistair? Alistair D8?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was like, yeah, you know, D8 wise, everything's great. Nothing too crazy, but a nice calm morning. He was like, everything else wise, it's been a shit show. And I was like, all right, you know, what's going on? Anything you wanna, you know, talk about? Get off your chest? What's going on? And he was like, to be honest with you, I'm really trying to restrain myself and not fucking, you know, go hard or potentially fucking kill somebody. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, yeah, I prefer you not, because, you know, you're a great agent, and I'd rather not have to bail you out of jail and fight a case to get you expunged. So I was like, who the fuck's got you this mad? And he was like, you heard about these fucking, you know, the new Lost guys? And I was like, yeah, of course I have. Yeah, who hasn't, right? And he was like, yeah. He was like, you know, I'm down at the PO on the south side. He said, it's me and Val, you know, his girlfriend that also works at D8.
Right.
And he said, we're hanging out with Tony and I just talked to this girl about a loan. I think it's Tony's wife.
Wait, I'm sorry. What did you say?
What?
Tony's what now?
Apparently wife. When I was playing Telegram tag with this girl. Fuck, what is her name? Applebottom. Something Applebottom.
You're fucking me.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know these people well. But when I sent her a letter, or she sent me a letter for a loan, I sent her one back to try to set up a time. Then he sent me a letter and said, you know, she's not around anymore. How about tomorrow? And then he signed it like Tony something, you know, his wife or whatever. Her wife, Applebottom. The hell's her name?
Jolene.
Yeah, her.
Tony and Jolene are married?
Apparently.
I'm gonna kill this guy.
Very, very briefly ever met Tony. I know he's a friend of yours. That's about it.
Okay, all right. That's news.
We'll dive into that in a bit. But apparently, again, Al and Val hanging out at the Southside PO with Tony, Jolene, and I don't fucking remember who else. He said a few other people. He said this fucking, you know, Larry guy from the New Lost pulls up, starts pointing guns at everybody.
How do they know it's Larry?
Points a gun right in Al's fucking
How do they know
nose,
it's Larry?
He's gonna kill him and his girl. So that obviously sets Al off. And then apparently he just takes Jolene, kidnaps her in front of all these people, takes her to Humane Labs.
They saw this guy?
Yes.
How they know it was him? They met this guy before?
It's that car. You know, his very, very recognizable car. The pieces put together because then we'll go to the next part of the story to connect this for you so they know who it is, right?
Yeah.
His car that he dropped you off in, right? The crazy fucking sticker car.
Right.
Apparently
a lot of
this
those.
happened. Of course, yeah. Well,
My car was even like that at one point when I woke up or some shit.
I have the story from 8 different people and it all puts together.
Okay,
so
okay.
Now I can fill you in because I'm guessing that no one should know what he looks like. I'm sure he's messed up, whatever.
Right.
Apparently these guys go looking around for the fucking car, and they find the exact car in Benny's. It's that Mikhail guy or Michael or whatever, Mickey, the fucking Russian guy. He's got the exact same car. They come in there hot, trying to fuck with him because they think it's him. Obviously, they don't know what the guy looks like. Moxie's there. Moxie tells him to fuck off. Obviously, it's not him. A Benny's employee didn't kidnap somebody and do all this shit. Moxie knows this Larry guy's fucking nut job because he tried to do some crazy shit at Benny's. She knows his car. He's always up in a fucking huff. So Moxie tells him, nah, you're looking for the wrong guy. You're looking for this guy, Larry Barry. And tells him his whole description and all that shit. So they know who it is.
God, Moxie's always been a goddamn snitch. What the fuck?
As she doesn't like that fucking guy because, again, he was doing some crazy shit at Benny's, tweaking out, threatening to kill people over not being able to change his stickers off his fucking car.
Moxie almost ruined my perfect record by snitching to me from the cops one time with Molly. Both of those.
Oh,
so Moxie's a great little snitch.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
Well, yeah, apparently that's how they know if they weren't supposed to. So they definitely do. Like I said, apparently that guy took that fucking Jolene girl, fucking threatened to kill her, and ended up chopping a fucking ring finger off and then ditched her somewhere.
Oh, he chopped the finger off?
Her ring finger. That, you know, she's married, so.
Right?
Chopped the ring finger off, ditched her somewhere.
Okay.
And then, you know, disappeared. And then that brings us to that, where Al was, you know, tweaking, telling me he was trying to not go kill somebody because of that whole thing and all that
Why
shit. So
does Al care?
I don't think Al cares about Jolene, really. I don't know, because again, I really don't know Al too well. I think he cares because he's very protective over him and Val. Like, somebody hit their car the other day and he was trying to beat somebody up. You know, he's a fucking 21-year-old boxing kid, right? He's probably a hothead. So because this guy pointed a gun and threatened to kill him and his girl, he's probably just trying to be macho guy, right? But anyway, I don't care about that. I'm just lucky I got all the information from him on all of it. So I wanted you to know that, because that guy, that could have been anybody. And if that was anybody I cared about, I don't give a fuck if he was going to be your president of a fake motorcycle club. He's gonna get in a ditch right now. That is outrageous that he's out there in broad daylight at the Southside PO taking people and chopping their fingers into pieces. That is bad crazy.
Yeah. Crazy.
Very. And if it was calculated, the nighttime would have been better than broad daylight at Southside PO.
What if I told you that wielding crazy feels really good?
Hey, wielding crazy has its use for sure. But holy, the collateral is what matters.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
If it was calculated in some way to take that person, hey man, it worked. But holy, it almost blew back to whoever knows who could have been there, right? I'm sure that guy doesn't know or doesn't care, since he doesn't care about these other bikers, right? What if some of the fucking ballers were there and he threatened to kill them? That wouldn't be great. What if anyone else was around that had people around them? That wouldn't have been great. But yeah, just wanted to let you know that in case you heard it from anyone else.
No,
Because
that's
that is some interesting shit.
Well, I'll tell you this. I told him not to lay a finger on her unless she said something, so she obviously said something.
Sure.
But yeah, no, I told him to do that.
All right.
So
I am very.
There's a reason behind
confused
it.
that you didn't know she was married. Then again,
No,
you
I
just
didn't
got
know
an
she.
ex-member,
I
so
had
that
no
makes
idea she was fucking married. That's for damn sure. But there was definitely a reason behind the whole thing, and I figured him doing it. You know, I told him be discreet, so the discreet part definitely didn't really happen.
Not much.
But he did
I
get the
think,
job done, so that is a bonus.
Half of it, yeah. From what I've heard, the entire city knows this guy's goddamn dirty laundry. I don't think he hides it well, so it's not saying much, but discreet is definitely not one of his strong suits.
Yeah, well, you know, I guess we learned that the hard way, but at the same time,
yeah,
like I said, wielding crazy feels pretty fucking good, not gonna lie. This guy just doesn't give a fuck.
Oh, he definitely doesn't.
And that's a good tool. That's a nice blood instrument to have, for sure.
It is, yeah. As long as you know, don't expect it to last long, because his expiration date, I don't even know if the guy will make it to September.
What makes you say that?
At this rate, I'm saying he is off the wall. He got the job done. He checked one box, but he missed like 8 others. Not discreet. Half the city knows it was him that was doing it. At this point, I'm sure the fucking cops know it was him.
Well, there's no proof, is the thing, right?
No. But
because they would not.
It's enough to bring a bunch of heat on him.
I mean, heat from everybody else but the cops. And I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm not really worried about anybody else.
No, but I'm saying you have to think about if it was someone else. Who gives a fuck that Al, Val, and Tony's pissed off? It's random ass people, you know what I mean? Okay, ooh, scary. What are you gonna do? Group up fucking D8 agents and ex-Weasel News employees and go gun for people?
Nah. He knew exactly who he was going after because I told him who to go after, and he hadn't gone after anybody else ever prior to that.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things where I wanted to see what this guy was fucking capable of. I did tell him to be discreet, but if the worst case scenario is him not discreet and he gets some heat on him, that's his problem to deal with. But
100%. Just make sure that he isn't, because I'm guessing you don't know him obviously that well. But worst case scenario, right? Someone else gets, I don't know, he gets picked up by someone, the police, something. I'd prefer him not say, oh well, you know, so-and-so paid me to do this, or so-and-so told me to do this for information or something, right? I doubt he's that kind of person because he's crazy, but crazy also sometimes breeds desperation, so you never know.
That's fair.
But yeah, that's...
Well, I guess I gotta figure out what this guy had to say, because honestly, this guy, I made it very clear to not... He needed to put the fear of God in it to find out what she knew, and because I needed to find out if she was loyal or not. Because Tony keeps telling me she's good stock, she's loyal, etc., etc., etc. He's like, yeah, I vouch for her. I'm like, all right, Tony, you know, we've cleared up your name. I know I can trust you now, all this stuff. So I'm gonna put her through the test, put her through the ringer, see what happens. I told him, don't fuck with her unless she actually says something. So she had to have said something for him to take her finger. That's the only thing I can think of.
Because it didn't sound like he fucking, beat her up or shot her or anything. But, I mean, he fucking chopped the finger off. That's some old school shit right there. I mean, I respect that move for sure. But
I kind of like, let me tell
mean,
you, I know it sounds crazy, but I kind of like that he did that. I'm not going to lie to you.
That's
not too many people,
serious business.
Not too many people fucking, how many people you know go around doing that in the entire city these days?
That's why I said that's some old school shit. I haven't heard about that shit happening since goddamn the 60s. I was a fucking 20-year-old when shit like that was happening.
That's what I mean. And so, I don't know. That's kind of why I want to see what happens if we empower this motherfucker, put him up a little bit.
Definitely a good blunt instrument.
And see what I mean, imagine him having other motherfuckers around him, which I think is going to happen no matter what. This guy could quickly become one of the most lethal and deadly feared motherfuckers in the city for sure. And if we got that instrument alongside the ballers.
Yeah. If there was a way to crank his dials in other directions too, to make him last a little longer in the city, that'd be great. Because again, that is a short expiration date on people that run that high. You know what I mean?
Well,
and it's not even by the people. It's just, it could be by his own. Being that crazy for that long, I don't know if it lasts that long. But I fucking, the more I learn that you put him onto it, the more I'm kind of liking it. So it's interesting.
It definitely had a purpose. It was calculated, and it did serve a purpose. And it sounds like that purpose was fulfilled to some degree, because he wouldn't have fucking touched her if she didn't say anything. If she said something, that means that I'm worried about the relationship between her and Tony, which helps us solve a rat sooner possibly than later. Especially if this motherfucker is married to her now, like you're saying. That is,
throw in some more stuff to the mix, huh? It might cloud the water, but that's always fun. The only reason I know this woman is because, like I said, she reached out to me for a loan because she wants to buy some sort of restaurant.
Okay.
And again, I don't know Tony. I think I've ran into him maybe once or twice with you, right? So I don't know the guy. The only thing I know of him is from what I heard last night from you and Beeps, where, he's a felon or ex-felon or whatever, and, got fired from Weasel or whatever.
Tony's one of my guys. He works in the operation. I got him doing certain stuff, but I haven't seen him in a fucking hot minute and shit.
All right, so I am going to cook a theory that could be very wrong. But anyway, again, she reached out to me for a loan, couldn't get in contact with me. Then he reached out, said he's her husband, tried to set a time for me. Great. So now I know, obviously, they're two together. When she came up to meet for the loan, she was looking for like 23 grand. The place she wants is Al Dente's right on the corner of Vespucci. Just a couple blocks from here. It's a big, Italian restaurant.
Fish place?
No, that's La Spada. Al Dente's is just a couple blocks up. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like an Italian restaurant on the corner. It's not.
It's got no interior, right?
No. Apparently, she's got plans to open an interior for it. So that's why she wants it.
How many other interiors have been? The only interiors that I know of that have been introduced into construction plans and whatnot is Cool Beans and fucking Mayor Park Tavern.
Yep. Apparently, she's either got paperwork lined up or is hoping and dreaming it happens. I don't know. But
okay.
Apparently, like I said, we quoted it for D8 at 40 grand. Nothing too crazy.
Not bad at all.
She was looking for a $23,000 loan. I said, yep, totally doable. Total the kickback, all that good stuff. And haven't heard back from her, which I tell everybody, it's no pressure at all. You don't have to respond to me. You can take it. You can leave it. It's not like I'm trying to force money on people. I'm not, some people, yeah, but not restaurateurs.
Right.
But what I found interesting is that, I knew Tony was, from what I know and now what I know from you, obviously one of your guys. So a bit of a, criminal, obviously. I asked her, I was like, you got any business partners on this? Nothing like that. She was like, nope, nobody, just me. And then she was like, I have some other people that will help and, do this and that, but it's just me on the paper. And I was like, all right, cool, whatever. And then, like I said, she's never gotten back to me or whatever, but they didn't really do a great job of, not being very open about that they're together and all that shit. So it's not, my theory is obviously that's going to be, there's some sort of, clean front, right? If he is trying to be more and more of a criminal and someone that followed in your footsteps, obviously they're going to want to open a business to run their money through. But again, if you don't trust her, you definitely need to know that part of it too, because that could be another thing that he might be getting into. If he's married to this girl, he's gonna give her money for this fucking restaurant, and you don't trust her, and she had a finger taken because she said some shit that your boy didn't like, then you actually might have a problem on your hands. So, again, I might have clouded the water for you, but it might have helped also. So who knows?
I think it's murky, but I feel like I can see something in the background. So she said she didn't have a business partner, but she also wasn't very good about hiding the fact, and she wants to get a restaurant.
Again, yeah, that's what she came to me for. She wants to buy at a restaurant. 43 grand. She was telling me all this great plans about making it a big hotspot, doing this, doing that for it. Great. And then when I asked her, like I ask everybody, do you have any business partners on this? Anything else like that? She was like, nope. Just me. But at the same time, don't forget, her husband Tony Farrelly's sending me letter after letter trying to schedule it for her and make sure that she gets to meet with me. So it's like, obviously your husband's going to be involved.
That's not good at all. Okay, he is scheduling it on her behalf, talking to you. Why isn't she doing that shit?
She did first, remember? And then I guess she keeps weird hours. Usually I can only catch her in the afternoons.
Okay.
So he sent me a few letters like, hey, she's not around anymore. I think the first one he said she wasn't feeling good and went to sleep early. Then the next one he was like, she'll be around a little bit later. So again, I'm just saying in my head, I'm trying to put the pieces together. Rad's my fiance. If Rad had a business, obviously I'd be involved in it.
Exactly.
If she's got a business, obviously Tony's involved in it. But yet she told me he's not, obviously trying to keep it off the books. So
Right.
my theory is obviously
Clean
it's
front.
going to be the clean front.
Yeah.
And if you don't trust this broad, obviously that's not a good thing if
That is
Tony's
not
one of
good.
your boys.
I mean, the only thing I can think of for him to take a finger, and now look, that this is taken with a grain of sand because maybe he is a psychotic fuck and did it anyway. I gotta wait to hear what
Sure.
he says, but I'll be honest, I kind of felt like it was controlled chaos. I felt like it was chaos in a bottle. Lightning in a bottle, if you will. This guy was not dumb, but he also made it very clear that he did not give a fuck, and he was very willing to go against whoever the fuck to go and get his aim. So I was like, all right, let's put this to the test. Let's see what he is capable of and willing to do. And yeah, he definitely did it. And I have to wait to hear back what he says for sure. But I was very specific about making her feel like her life was threatened and in danger, and threatening Tony's life. And if she rolled in any way, then he could do something, but still don't kill her. So without knowing anything, my guess is that she probably said something that he didn't like to make him do that. I just don't know what that is, but that does make me worried for sure.
So I'm guessing, you don't trust her and you think she, knows obviously way too much about yourself.
That was part of this.
Yeah.
Tony's vouching for her, and I'm telling Tony. So here's how this started. Way back, she approached me in the middle of the park during creepy class one day and was like, I know it all. I know everything or something like that. And with Tony like right next to her. And I kind of was like, I kind of shrugged it off, didn't think anything of it. A couple days later, I meet a guy named Steven, and she's only talking to Tony, right? Meet a guy named Steven. This guy does a similar thing. Comes up to me and Chop, says he knows stuff or whatever. Tony's name is dropped, etc., etc. A couple days after that, we get raided, busted. Kev goes into prison almost for life, etc., etc., with the whole cocaine and Merriweather incident.
Yeah.
So we begin to get our ducks in a row. And I don't exactly know why or how or what information was put out to lead to the raid. There's no possible way I could. But what I did know is that there were a couple of suspect individuals who said they knew things, and the only person that was talking to him was Tony. So I did the only thing that I possibly knew I could do, find out if Tony was a rat. So I simply gave him a choice. I said, Tony, here's what the fuck is going on. I don't know if this is the case or not, but I trust you, but I don't want to doubt that, and I need to get rid of this doubt. So I said, pick one. I had him either choose Jolene or this fucking Steven guy, and one of them had to go. And we talked through it, and he thought about it long and fucking hard. The pros and cons of all these things. What made sense, what didn't make sense, what it was going to be. I told him there's no other way around it. This is how I have to know that you're not a rat, that you weren't part of any of this stuff, that we didn't get raided by some information getting out. I don't know what these fuckers know or don't know, but all I know is that they've been talking to you and they mentioned your name twice. So Tony made his choice. He picked one. wasn't Jolene. Picked the other guy. We whacked the other guy. Haven't seen him since. So then I was good. You know, he made a very tough choice, and that cleared it up for me. He wasn't a rat. Things were groovy. Haven't had an issue since. But I never fully trusted this doctor. And in fact, if I had really wanted to do what I wanted to do, I would have had him whack both. But I needed to see, you know, what happened and what his choice is going to be. So he chose the doctor. Back then, I felt like he was still thinking with the wrong head, to be honest. And part of the reason it came to this is one day I seen these two dressed in fucking pink together, talking about buying a house, and she's got them all dressed up, looking exactly like her, and I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck is going on, Tony? I haven't seen you rob a house or do anything in fucking weeks. You've been fucking domesticated. And, anyway, so fast forward, one day when Tony's making a drug deal to this Dante guy to sell him LSD, which is how I found out about Dante.
Of course.
So, I tell Tony, I'm like, look, Tony, if you really feel this way, and you think this doctor, this Jolene, can be an asset, if she's actually helpful, and you vouching for her, that means something to me. I'm not gonna, you know, let that just go unchecked, unnoticed. I'll give her a chance. But before I can give her a chance, I gotta know for myself. So, we're gonna find out. And, he said, okay. I was like, I won't tell you when, I won't tell you how, but it's gonna happen. And, he was like, yeah, I'm okay with that. So, he knew it was gonna happen at some point. It's been like maybe a month or 3 weeks since that conversation. And my boys who were supposed to do it never were around at the same time as this broad. So finally I get my fucking memories back and I meet this crazy motherfucker. He's asking for work, all this other stuff. I'm thinking I got nothing. And then I'm like, you know what? Maybe I do have something. So I kind of was putting him into the test and her to the test at the same time. And this is kind of what we're left with. So I'm very worried about this Jolene situation, if that's what it came down to. But I won't know for sure until I talk to this Larry.
Yeah. Because, like you said, right, it obviously could be, and let's hope, that he did it because, you know, she actually did say some shit. And it's not just because he, you know, really jumped the gun. But, yeah, it's good to know all that backstory on it. And, I'm glad that I had a random few pieces that just all of a sudden fell into place for you.
Very important pieces, for sure.
Because I do not like people that you like and trust potentially either getting played or fucked with, and especially if it landed fucking Kevin the Slammer way back when.
I don't know if it did or not, if they were connected. There's no way for me to know, but what I do know is we cleaned up my doubts about Tony. So at the very least, and we haven't had any issues since. So, but yeah, that could be. I mean, what's the worst case scenario we're looking at here? She rolled on Tony, got her finger cut off, meaning that Tony's some type of fucking pawn, or she ratted him out, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And then she plans to, what? Get what she needs out of this situation with the restaurant and then not be the clean person? Or something like that? Or toss that aside or whatever?
I mean, if I was her, right? And I rewound it all the way back to the park. And she thinks
either
she knows. Let's play
Kettle Barbecue or
and say
Kettle.
that she knows a lot. That either Tony told her or she
Jalapeno.
was around enough to put all the pieces together, and she thinks that Kenny fucking Conway is, you know, the fucking Don of Los Santos. You know, you control everything. You got all this money. It's Conway Corp season. You got everything rolling, right? All the cocaine, all the acid, all that shit, right?
God damn.
So let's say that that's what she thinks. So why not, you know, use this Tony guy who is very close to you, one of your boys, and get in with him and be like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Why not? I'll, you know, make him fall in love with me. I'll marry him. Because if she thinks you have all this money and all this power and all this control, why wouldn't she be like, fuck it? Why not get in with his fucking number two and let them, you know, trickle down from Mountain Conway Corps? And I get all this fucking money. I can get this restaurant. I can be the quote clean guy. Even if she's not planning on turning him, she can make a lot of money just potentially rinsing money through a clean business. And then, of course, using it for her own means, whatever. But that's just us playing devil's advocate and being crazy for a second, paranoid. Let's hope not, but you never know.
That's a very bad. That's like definitely the worst case situation right there.
Yep. It's just why, you know, normally people, and you do it too, we have, what do they call them? You know, not associates, but not friends. It's like, yeah, we have a lot of friends. They're all surface level people that don't know a lot about us. There's plenty of people that know us in the city, right? Plenty of people like us in the city. Plenty of people have friends with us in the city, but not many people actually know us, and that's the reason why. There's a long time ago, man, someone always used to tell me love is bad for business, and it usually is.
See, I was worried about this for a long fucking time. I knew for the longest time, especially, get this guy Steven was apparently this guy's ride or fucking die. And that's why, so back in the day, whenever I had Tony choose between two people, this Jolene or this Steven guy.
Oh,
this Steven guy was before I
Like
had
his
asked him to
best
make
friend?
the choice. Yeah, he said this Steven guy was the only guy who would go
Jesus
looking
Christ.
for him if he died. He said he
And
knew
he
him back
chose
in
him
Liberty.
over the broad?
He chose to kill this guy over
That's
the broad.
outrageous.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it myself. I was trying to wrap my head around it, but at the end of the day, it was his decision. I was gonna stand by it. I didn't know either one that well, but he made it very clear that the Steven guy was maybe a little crazy into drugs. He didn't know what he said, but the Steven guy apparently was the only guy that would go looking for Tony if he was dead. He knew him from Liberty, and he was like his fucking good friend or some shit like that. And
oof.
Yeah, he
That,
chose.
adds some more weight to that.
Oh yeah, and I was worried from that point. Obviously, seeing them dressed together, talk about a house, all this kind of other shit. I mean, I don't even know. Like, I was worried from that point that for a while he's been thinking with the wrong head, and now I'm even worried more than ever that that's the case. So I don't know.
Because I'm sure someone of his kind of stature, right? I'm sure he knows a lot about you and your workings, and pillow talk's a hell of a thing sometimes. So maybe she wasn't lying back in the park where she was talking about she knows a lot of shit. But I don't understand what she gains from saying that. Because if she's playing the long game, why tell anyone that? Why not just go along being the the pretty side, the pretty girl with the ring, and collect all your information and your money and then leave?
I don't know. She's very nosy. She seems like the impatient type. So maybe she was impatient. Maybe she was trying to. It seemed like a way for me to let my guard down. Oh, she knows I'm good already. You know what I mean? But it had the opposite effect.
Gotcha. Yeah. That is definitely the opposite effect.
And so I've definitely kept my guard up and distance since that situation, just not knowing what the fuck she knows. So let's say worst case scenario is true, because that's all I have to go on with this whole finger missing right now. Let's plan for the worst and then work backwards. So let's say that is the worst case. Even more worse would be Tony is pissed off about it and doesn't understand why I did it, even if he did at one point.
Yeah.
And he
That's
decides
what could happen
to.
if he's that clouded judgment.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know where he's at, especially having been able to talk to him for like a week or more since being fucked up. So, best case, I guess, he's on board and understands. Possibly he's getting played. And we can take care of it. Worst case, I guess I gotta take care of them both. I guess. I don't even know.
Yeah. It's a whole lot, and I was not expecting it to be to this magnitude when I wanted to talk to you. I just wanted to tell you that this fucking guy that you were potentially doing some shit with is crazy. And now I've seen that picture is clear, and now I'm, like I said, I randomly put a bunch of puzzle pieces into your stuff, and it kind of looking a little clearer. But it is, either way, it's not great, right? Because there's still something weird there, even if we can't put a finger quite on it yet. So I guess we just gotta see what it shakes out to be on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah, until I talk to and understand exactly what she said, I'm
Yeah.
just going off of what we can assume. But let's say he confirms she rolled, because that's my best guess. If he went for a finger, man, unless he's fucking
That's some
crazy.
serious shit.
Yeah. Let's say she rolled and she's not trustworthy or some shit, and she is using Tony. I got some ideas of what I would do, but having an outsider's perspective to make sure I do the right thing, I'm interested. What would you do in my shoes?
Oh, she gotta go.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, there's no second guessing that. If she flipped and said anything, I mean anything, that's automatic. Yep, gotta go.
So, check that box. Agree there. Let's say Tony doesn't agree.
I mean,
What are you
if
doing?
he doesn't agree, as in what, he doesn't believe you that she rolled?
Well, that could be, it could be that, or he is either pissed off that I did something, like maybe he's not on the same page. I don't know exactly. It's either, I think it goes one of two ways, right? He either understands and accepts and thanks me for getting him out of a potentially bad situation that could go way worse, or he doesn't and thinks that I'm lying to him and I fucked with his, I guess, wife or something, and he's not happy about it and wants to do something about it.
Then it depends on, you know, who you trusted more in that situation. Because if all we have to go off of is Larry, and if Larry's word is, yeah, I took her fucking finger because she rolled on Tony, she said some shit about you, she said some shit about, you know, Tony's inner working, whatever, then obviously it's okay, great. Either he's telling the truth, which is, you know, they both got to go. If Tony is still defending her, saying, no, you fucked up, you shouldn't have done that, you know, I love her, I trust her, she didn't say shit about you, all that stuff. Or Tony's telling the truth and Larry's just a crazy guy. That's the kind of other dilemma that it would run into.
So here's the problem. I'm obviously way more inclined to believe Tony and trust him. I've known him longer.
You've known him way longer.
But the problem is, if he's thinking with the wrong fucking head, which I've seen him almost do before, and his judgment's clouded, he might still be trustworthy, but just might not be understanding and looking at it through rose-colored glasses or some shit.
Yeah, and then that's the...
blinded by love.
Yeah, and that's the other sticky situation, because then, obviously, he'll protect her 24/7 and not want what needs to be done to happen to her. And then if it does happen, you could have him try to get back to you, or try to get back to you, Larry, and the whole fucking city if, you know, the quote love of his life has been taken from him or some shit. That is, again, why love is bad for business.
But we do have one thing.
Tricky stuff.
We have one thing in our favor, is that no one knows besides you, myself, and fucking Larry that this shit was set up by me, right?
Exactly.
So we could fall back and be like, I had nothing to do with it. It was just Larry.
100%, yeah.
But that's
no one in this fucking city should even know you know Larry.
Yeah.
The only people that have ever seen you with him were at 98, and he was Inspector fucking Gadget.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? Like, no one in the city should even know you know that guy. Half the city, 90% of the city, thinks that, you know, you
Still
don't even have
fucked
your
up.
memory back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, so even if someone saw you with him, you don't even know your name. You don't know your PO. You don't know who you even are. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of ways you could just kind of gloss over that even happened.
I am counting on the fact that every single time Tony has always been loyal. This guy's like one of my best fucking friends at this point. I'm not even kidding. Like, this guy's always been understanding, always been for the cause. I'm counting on the fact that no matter what the situation is, he's gonna be thinking with the right head, which I'm a little worried about, given the last time he had to make a tough decision, because he didn't choose this broad. So
choosing someone that, you know, you're calling your boy, your ride or die from, you moved goddamn across the country with him, and then you choose a girl that you haven't known long.
That's what I'm saying.
To catch a bullet is outrageous.
There had to be some strong fucking reason for that, and I still don't. I mean, we went through the details of why, and I still didn't really understand it then, but I was gonna trust him, because what else did I have? He was about to off somebody and prove it, so, and he did. Why was I not saying this guy's fucking dead? Took him up to a mountain, kidnapped him. Tony finished the job himself. He pulled the trigger. I told him that. I was like, you're gonna have to pull the trigger, and he did. He walked up, he listened to this guy talk for about 2 seconds, and he was ice fucking cold. Shot him at the top of the mountain, and it was done. So
if we're still playing the card that, you know, Jolene is a snake in all this situation, that is even more concerning. If Tony is that blinded, that he's out here icing his best friends for this, you know, snake, because that means anyone else could be fucking next. And if it goes to, he finds out that you had his fucking wife's finger chopped off, that could turn bad quickly if he's that blinded.
Yeah, I don't
So
know.
there's a lot of moving parts to this for sure.
I guess talking to Larry's the first thing. And then talking to, I guess, Tony after that.
Did he reach out?
Yeah, he did. He sent me a letter.
Okay, so-
Said, we got to catch up about that job or something like that. I deleted it and sent him one back saying, let me know when you're free, we can meet.
Oh, I was talking about Tony.
Oh, yeah, and Tony's been sending me letter, I guess. He sent me a couple letters saying, he sent me also a letter saying, do you have your fucking memories back? I got so much shit I haven't talked to you about. I haven't felt your lips on mine and your embrace in a long ass time. An Italian hello. And then he's like, some shit's gone down. I'm not sure if anything's connected. Let me know. And so I sent him a letter back saying, what'd I say? I said something along the lines like, well, sensei. Because when I was fucking fucked up, he told me he was a sensei. Was chasing me around with a fucking knife, the same training regimen that I was chasing him. So.
Are you keeping your memory from him, or you?
I remember
normal with
everything.
him?
I remember everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So
It's gonna be a fun time to put all those pieces together once you start talking to everybody.
Yeah.
And if some shit has to happen, I got 2 guys that would be more than happy to help out, even if you don't want to be there. They can be completely outside. We'll handle it.
I definitely might take you up on that because depending on what happens next, I don't think it can be Larry that goes back in to finish the job. It would probably be better to have 2 other guys go in and finish the job if it was the case.
Yep.
No matter if it's Tony or if it's Jolene.
Yeah, or both. Either way.
Yeah. So at this point, I think I'm gonna talk to Larry, see what he has to do, and let him stay low. Try to let some of this heat die off if he can even do that. And then I guess I'll reach out to you and have your people handle the situation, take care of whatever has to happen next.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, indeed. More than happy. That's the whole thing we were talking about last night, right? Entered into the fold. One of the many perks. We handle plenty of business, and we're like ghost hunters out here. People just like disappearing.
I know these guys.
Yeah, of course.
I'm guessing it's Josh
4
and
people disappear. Indeed, it is Josh and Gio.
Yeah.
They're 4-0 so far. Every time fucking somebody catches a bullet, they don't get back up.
Really?
So let's hope that continues. So it need be, they're ready, and they could always double it up to 4 if we really need to pull out some numbers.
I don't think it'll be that. I think 2 will probably be enough. So realistically, if everything goes good, I'll talk to Larry as soon as possible in the morning and get the scoop. And then quickly after that, I'll need to link up with Tony and talk to him based off the information that I have. And then from there, I'll hopefully know who needs to catch a bullet, if anybody. And then I'll probably be trying to get in contact with you. I mean, you want me to contact you or want me to go straight to Gio? How do you want to do this?
For sure him. And obviously nothing much in the post, if anything.
No, it's just going to be
you can always just come find it.
Yeah.
He's around all the time now, so it won't be hard to find. And I could always just shake him out of the house.
I don't think I have Gio's PO.
Yeah, I think he's got about 4 people's, so
okay.
I can give it to you if you want.
Yeah, if you can give it to me, and maybe just brief him and have him and whoever be ready. I mean, it could even be a 1-person job, but I'm expecting at this point that having somebody ready is going to be good because it literally could take place tomorrow. It could be back to back to back, where we just take care of this shit as fast as possible unless there's a reason to wait or something like that.
Yeah, let's hope it doesn't go that way, right?
Hopefully. I still have no idea what's going to happen.
We are completely wrong and being paranoid, but that's... Some people think it's a weakness, man, but I think my paranoia is a strong trait.
Yes, yeah, paranoia definitely keeps me fucking alive and 100%. Successful. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yep. You're always looking around for shit and always trying to sniff it out. So again, why doesn't that mean that close? But it's for good reason.
I mean, I would much rather prepare for the worst and it have be nothing.
100%.
So, that loan, have you given that loan out? You said you haven't, right?
To her, no, she hasn't gotten back. So again, I don't know if she will. I also wanted to talk to you because when she said she was Tony's husband, I was just gonna see if you thought they were good for it. But obviously, who knows at this point?
Because Tony's tied to it, and I don't know what the fuck is going on exactly yet. If you can delay that or find a reason to stall on that, that would be good.
Yeah, I mean, I can always just say no, or say, yeah, give me some little bit of time. Because again, I'm not trying to force money on nobody, but it was only 23 grand, so it's nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
But,
Stall on
yeah,
that at
it's,
least. At the least, I mean,
good time to stall for sure.
Yeah, definitely. At the very least, I mean, it might be nothing, and maybe it's fine, or maybe you want to say no, whatever. But for right now, until I know more, I feel like not having them get into fucking if they're married together, getting into business is the next worst thing. So
sometimes it's worse.
Sometimes it is worse.
That is a lot of trust and commitment being in business together.
You are not fucking lying. You can get
There's a lot that
divorced,
could go wrong.
and sometimes getting business is a lot harder to get divorced.
Yep. Because you could fucking. Ugh. That's what I'm saying. When I was playing, we were going down that path. If that's the clean business, there could be a lot of money running through that. And if she's the one that's the sole owner, which means if she told me, the quote loan company, that she's the sole owner, that means she's gonna tell City Hall she's the sole owner.
Right.
So if some shit ever went south, you can't sue her. You're not on the books. You're not anywhere. What are you gonna do? Which means she could take everything to the cleaners if it actually went down that route.
And this is the problem, and why I needed to vet this individual that Tony's vouching for, because if she rolled on a single guy in the situation, what's gonna happen whenever they're in business together and the cops come knocking and trying to raid the place for whatever reason? If she's rolling now, she's gonna roll then. And Tony's whole fucking plan or whatever the fucking is going on is done. It's cooked. I mean, it's not even gonna last a second.
Nope. Might come crumbling down before the walls are even finished construction.
Yeah. So, this is, man, it's just something new every day. God damn.
Hey, it's never quiet out here, even when it is.
All right, well,
yeah,
I appreciate it. This
That
is
20 times more than I thought I was going to tell you. I thought I was just going to be like, hey, that Larry guy's a fucking nut job. And then it turned out to be all of these pieces putting together. So, hey, good thing we got together, and good thing that you literally didn't talk to anybody else first, because now you got a lot more pieces.
Yeah, you are not kidding. You're definitely probably going to be needing to meet on a regular basis, and maybe someplace besides the back alley of the fucking...
For sure, yeah.
Where the cops drove by in the future wouldn't be bad.
Yeah. The good news is we work together, so it never looks that weird, and
That's
we're
true.
behind D8.
But I mean, for now, that
we got
works
plenty of
great.
bases.
You know what I mean? For now, that works great. But speaking of work and shit, while we're on the topic, what you need anything from Weasel? While I'm like cracking the whip on Weasel and getting all this crazy fires put out and shit, you need anything from us?
I could pay you for some ads. Yeah, I finally got the Belmont radio ad done and sent it off to Beebs today, but I didn't pay for it. I want to do like a month's worth of radio ads for it or some shit.
Okay.
Whatever,
I mean, whatever you want to do.
Whatever runs the most.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just know if you need like something put out, some in the fucking paper, something on the radio, some information. I'm starting to realize how much we got a lot of fucking weight in that Weasel game, just being able to inform the city about whatever the fuck we want, spin the story how we want to.
That is literally what I have been. It's the whole reason. You know my cousin Gianluca, Gigi?
Yeah.
It's the whole reason I put him in Weasel when he first moved out here. I literally had him in Weasel. He rose up the ranks, but back then Weasel was fucking like 2 weeks old information at best. So there wasn't even any story for him to spin. There wasn't any info for us to get from it. So it was like, fuck it. You don't even have to keep working there. Like there's not shit happening. But I'm glad, obviously, as always, you have the same ideas. Because just like you said, you could spin stories however you want. You could potentially get information from other people, like, all types of shit. But
yeah, no, definitely. I mean, we're trying to be at the forefront of information and also put information out and control the story. So if there's a story to control or something we got to squash or highlight or whatever, that can definitely happen. So, and if I don't stay in this role for a period of time, which I'm gonna have to fucking now for the short term until things ice over.
Yeah.
Eventually, that relationship I've cultivated with Beebs, when he takes over, we'll be able to still do the same thing. So,
yep,
it'll be good.
Yeah, it's very good. By the way, Billy fucking whatever the hell Falco Blasters, whatever the hell he calls himself.
I don't think so. Billy Falco, maybe.
Yeah. That guy.
Yeah, what about him? I mean, I know of him, don't really know him.
That guy. Speaking of making people disappear, that guy is itching up my goddamn list. I hate that fucking guy. Today, he was in the post office. I'm telling you, I'm wiping the crust out of my eyes. And he's like, hey, Julie, I'm representing these clients, Abdullah Washington, the guy that wants to buy the wild card and getting a loan from you. And he was like, I think your interest rates are actually illegal. And I was like,
Oh my
Billy,
God.
I was like, Billy, what the fuck are you talking about? He was like, it's your usury rates. And I was like, Billy, you're a lawyer, right? I was like, usury rates apply to like credit card companies and like federal banks, right? And he was like, I'm gonna have to do some research on that. And I was like, yeah, stop telling me I'm doing illegal shit in front of all these people in the PO if you know it's not. Like, do some research. I was like, I know what game I'm in.
He's trying to press you into get a fucking lower interest rate is what's happening.
He literally was like, even 28%. And I was like, fuck off, Billy, that's 2%. And it's legal. I'm literally a sole loan company. I'm not a bank. I'm not a federal credit card union. Like, fuck off. Stop telling me I have illegal interest rates in front of 5 people in the Vespucci PO.
You think it was
fucking
Abdullah
cheetah suit wearing bitch
and them that put him up to that?
No, because they were, as I was checking my letters, they wanted to come over and sign the document, and they did at 30. They don't give a fuck. It's 30%. All they have to, it's six grand profit. That's it over 3 weeks. And I told Billy, I was like, I'm not forcing money on anyone, Billy. They don't have to take the interest, but since no banks are doing it, that's why I can set whatever interest I want. And that's the risk, right? I'm risking 20 grand and I'm getting 6 back. That's it. I was like, if I lower interest rate, why would I risk 20 grand to get like 5 back, 2 back? I was like, it might seem like a lot of money to some people, but I'm not risking 20 grand to make nothing back on it. But holy shit, that started me off fiery this morning when he was telling me my interest rates are illegal in front of people. I was like, I am going to have you stuffed in a trunk, Billy, if you don't shut
Yeah, we
your
could
goddamn
definitely
mouth.
wait a couple days until that he forgets about that and then do something about it. I mean, just say the word. Fuck, I'll put Larry on that shit real fast, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I feel like he got the message after I told him, you should probably know what law you're practicing if you don't actually understand what you're saying is illegal. That's definitely not. But yeah, that's an interesting guy. So I didn't know if you knew about him from back when you were working a lawyer.
I mean, I know of the guy, and I know
he's a character.
he's in the DOJ. I've heard his name come up a couple of different times for some other stuff.
He's
But
just
yeah,
a business lawyer,
definitely
that's
a
it.
character. Definitely a character, for sure.
He's something, yeah. But yeah, that's about it. Nothing too crazy happened today besides that. I was just kind of running around.
Oh, how'd your gardening escapade go? Did you get that in the boys' hands or anything on that, or what?
I did not, because I'm probably going to get a little disguise going and do it myself.
Oh,
But
really?
That's the plan
Okay,
for
okay.
tomorrow morning.
Look at you, fucking
Yeah, I
back
think
out
me and
there,
Gio are
moving
gonna
and
go
grooving,
do a
huh?
little green thumbing. Yep.
Okay, there you go. Goddamn, got you jazzed up about something. Get you a little jazzercise
100%,
action.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it in Josh's hands. Josh is, I love Josh. He's probably just 1 or 2 things away from getting his little bump up. But for
Yeah,
now,
but that's what
it's
makes good
above his
story,
pay grade. He
Game
doesn't even
Nation.
know about it, and that's the way it should be.
You made all the smart right moves,
Josh,
and you'd just be the perfect criminal.
Gio, Johnny, and Misha.
And perfect criminals don't make good stories
Me
and
and Gio probably
won't be
fuck around,
fun.
Get a little
This is way more
fake
fun.
mustaches and some
Way better
ponytails
story.
going
Look how
and look
juicy
like
this
some good
is,
old
right?
rednecks, and go green thumbing tomorrow morning when there's not a people awake or some shit.
What's that cousin of yours with the beard that comes around every now and again? What's his name again?
Are you talking about Gerald Risotto, man?
Gerald Risotto. God, that hell of a guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Gerald
Great guy,
Risotto.
man. Yeah, fantastic guy. Hold on. And I just need a little fake mustache going. And it's
yeah.
great times at him.
Gerald, is that
Yeah,
you?
brother. Yeah, brother. Yeah,
Holy
never know
shit.
I'm out there just planting my crops in the morning up in grapeseed.
Gio's got to be fucking excited just that fact that you're gonna be
Oh,
out there, out of the office. God damn.
Yep. Gio is just itching to do shit, man. I feel bad for him. Because
Is
that's
he,
all he wants to do is make shit happen.
Well, definitely tell him about what we're gonna need. He'll probably be real excited about that. And then I don't know if any of those guys are around in the morning. Any of those guys around in the morning? I got some morning guys that I haven't heard from this one guy in a
Howard,
fucking month. But these guys are itching to get out there and start smacking banks and make some cash and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
anybody else?
I
anybody
think
in the
I've
morning
told you,
that's around?
How early in the morning are we talking?
Like right before and right after the first storm?
Oh, yeah. There's been plenty of times, especially if there's shit going on, that me and Gio are always around, like, pretty much as soon as the storm rolls in.
Because, yeah, I definitely got some guys and myself who will be looking to operate around that time whenever things get to that point. But at the meantime, it's definitely, you know, this Nightcrawler guy, he's definitely someone I need to be getting him up to speed and doing things on a regular basis where he can be kind of fluid with it. So, yeah, if you got anybody around the morning who wants to get some shit done, put him my way for sure.
Yeah, Josh always wants to do shit. He's a pretty good driver. Josh is. Gio behind the wheel is unfair.
Yeah, I like that though.
Yeah, Gio and Josh and Vinny did a house once in our delivery vans that go 40, and lost like four or five cops in that little slow ass van. So I've never seen him in a bad spot behind the wheel. So he would love nothing more than to hit some banks and shit just to be the wheelman. Josh would love nothing more than to have some fucking gun in his hand.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad to keep him sharp if we got
100%.
stuff coming in or something like that. If we feel like, you know.
Yep.
And
the family funds are juiced up, so fines and all that shit is obviously paid for. So there's no worry there. And nobody cares to go fucking have a little stint at Bolingbrook. So
I've definitely been down a little bit. Like I have, it's because I've been like fucking out of pocket for like a week, and then I've spent like $9,000 at the strip club the opening night just to juice. I wanted to juice all the fucking dances and stuff, right? Put them on, make sure that, I wanted them to keep coming back and shit like that. But I was fucked up then still, so I was just tossing out money like crazy. I don't think I'd ever do that again, but
well, you know, obviously that extends to you, so if anything ever happens,
I'm good. I'm sitting on like 63, but it's not like the 73, 83 that I was sitting at before, so.
Sure.
63 is probably like a third or even less than what you got. I'm so curious, how the fuck, did you talk to Patty yet?
No, Patty apparently hasn't been around. I asked Moxie, and apparently he was supposed to be around last night, but he wasn't, so.
Any news on the Lost in this situation?
No, I haven't seen him in a while either, so it wouldn't shock me at all if they, you know, just kind of disappear again. Yeah, you know what I mean? They just came to check some shit out. They heard there was some shit happening, so they were like, "Oh fuck it, let's do some shit," and then they just kind of roll back out.
That's kind of what I was thinking, to be honest. Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind that, because if that happens and Patty's still around, we could potentially get off scot-free with having him switch over. Because holy fuck, if that happened, we'd have a double the size of my bank account. With him, we'd have unlimited resources. All of our knowledge, with me and you having Weasel D8, and then all of my money and all of his money would be legitimately city crippling. Like no one could do shit.
Literally put him in the new Lost. If he still is, if he's dead set on being an MC, we got a new MC coming in, ready to fucking take over with the same name.
God. Yeah, so that's a good thing that I'm kind of hoping happens, is the Lost kind of fizzle back out. They kind of go back to doing whatever they were doing, you know, out in the Southwest, and Patty still sticks around, and we can have another big business brain in the mix that's also, you know, cold-blooded when it needs to be.
I honestly feel like even if they were around in a small capacity, we could still fucking.
For sure, as long as they're not back full force, full swing, it'd be.
Darling.
Just like I was saying last time. I don't think the Lost is the type of place.
Okay, Bink.
You can put a 2-week notice in and just walk out. I know what happens to people that try to walk out.
I mean,
they don't come back.
I mean, they can try, but what are they going to do if they're not around? I mean, they haven't been around for like a fucking month.
Yeah.
And at the same time, even if they do come back, and he's walked out, he's already used all the funds. I mean, he's already been using a fuck ton of funds for his own means. They'll be upset about that.
I would have to imagine that they have no plans of coming back full force since he's just spending some money. Because when he was even with Blondie, he was like, "Blondie, you want a mansion?" And he was like, "Fuck no, what would I use it for?" Like, so they know he's using their money.
Yeah.
So it's not a secret. So like, he's not being a snake behind their back or nothing. Like, he's just, you know, spending funds.
Right.
So I don't know. But yeah, that's
I still
something
think
for the future.
Yeah, true. I still think we can grab him.
I told him.
Even if
I
you
tell him
think
every time I see him.
What if we make a pitch together? We have him sit down and be like, "Look, this is what we can. This is what we're offering."
We could. I mean, shit, next time I see him, I was planning on making a heavier approach. Because like I said last time, all I said was simply, when he made the pass about, he says he's never wearing the cut again. Even if he's with us. He was like, I want to be the business guy. I want to do this. I want to do that. And he also, remember, like I said, You know, every he said some shit where like, you know, it's got an expiration date pretty much. Everything that big comes to a, you know, a close. Either you go to fucking jail or you die. And he doesn't want that. And that's when I told him, very seriously, I was like, Patty, you know, your last name's got more fucking vowels than me. It's Giovanelli. If you ever want to embrace your Italian heritage, you know, my door's always open, man. You can come pony up with us. We've had a good business and we've had a good relationship, and you can make it happen. And he was like, I'll actually consider that. So next time I saw him, I was actually going to make a heavier approach to him. Like, hey, man, our shit's getting ramped back up. Belmont boys are back out. We got some new people joining up. We are looking better than ever. And if you are actually around and don't want to be a fucking, you know, dirty biker, put on a fucking suit, come be a businessman, and let's actually run some real shit.
Yeah. Yes. I mean,
because that would be a massive gift.
I don't know what you got to tell him, but as long as he knows, I don't care what you tell him about the coke, about the fucking drugs, about crack, about the grow, about LSD, about organized crime, about the banks, about heist, all that shit, warehouse, anything. I don't care. Include all of our shit. The only thing I want from it is, you know, a little slice of the fucking pie. Same percentage that Marino had. It's just like sliding me in there. He's not involved, but we're bringing way more to the table than Marino ever could. And he's still got to do exactly what he loves to do, and nothing changes. He never has to go to prison and nothing, because none of that shit will ever be, it will literally only be a clean business forever. It's just funds for other shit.
And he gets that. That's why they had so much money, and that's what we do here. That, like I just mentioned earlier, right? We got the family funds. It's not up and running yet since we're just getting our feet set. But every Friday, you know, we had soccer practice, we had kick-ups. Everybody pitched in at least $1,000 minimum. You could throw in 10, you could throw in 100, but everybody's got to throw in at least $1,000, and that goes to a separate bank account for the family funds. That's used for mainly jail time, lawyer fines, if we ever needed it. And on top of it, that's how we bought our business. That's how we buy all the businesses. That's how we had Bahama Mama's money. That's how we had the Belmont money. It's not just me, it's the family fund. So everybody gets a slice of that pie. So for you now being in the fold, if you ever did need money, if you had a business idea, if you had a proposition for this, you can literally just ask, hey, let me pitch something to you. And it's not my money, it's our money. That's how we fucking own all of the shit that we own.
True.
It's not like I'm just funding it. Everybody pitches in a little bit here and there, and then everybody gets a slice of what we get. And that's how everybody stays nice and fed, got nice cars, nice clothes, and we keep going. So Patty had the same idea, and that's how the Lost had so much money. So if he got in on it, that YouTube shit would trickle down to all of us if he, you know, got in, and we would have infinite more resources. So
I mean, I tell you right now, I'm sitting on like, exactly, he's just one guy, and we can make his fucking dreams come true with him involved in so much more shit. We're bringing everything literally to the table and asking literally for nothing except for funds, which he's got fucking endless amounts. You know what I mean? I mean, fuck, I'm good friends with the goddamn governor. I haven't seen that guy. Speaking of which, that guy has got like terminal cancer, by the way, from what I understood from talking to. So I don't know how long he has. Yeah, I don't know how long he has to live, but he's been hopefully resting after his surgery.
Yeah.
It's most likely terminal, maybe 5 to 10 years or something. But from talking to the doc who worked on him, he said it's most likely terminal. I don't know for sure. We'll see, but it just depends on some future scans or whatever. But talking about like our money situation, I don't know what you're sitting on, but I'm sitting on at least 63, and then we got another 100 in a safe in cash, and then I think another like 10 to 30 also in a safe in cash. So we're at least sitting on like 200K ready to go on one of these auto shops, or possibly even get into the gun market or whatever the fuck. So I mean, this cash, we're not sitting on like light money either. We got some money to throw around and make shit happen.
Yeah, which is, you know, perfect for everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, without giving an exact number, it's probably getting close to 600. So what
you?
That's me and the family.
God
all the bank
damn.
accounts. I think me's about 354.
That's
but we got a lot.
insane. That's fucking crazy.
Hey, I'm frugal. I just bought a car. That's nicer than a goddamn.
I still haven't
4K
bought a car.
I used to drive.
I'm still. But I mean, I was frugal for a long time, but over the last, I would say 2-3 weeks or something like that, I was trying to give out. You know what I mean? I was trying to like give back to the people and like put people up and
100%.
buy these businesses and shit like that. So, and I think it's helped. I think it's been a good thing for sure.
Oh,
but yeah,
yeah,
that's
I mean,
fucking crazy money.
Giving money out is good to give money out. Speaking of, I met those Mitchell brothers today finally. You know, those boxing guys?
Oh, yeah, how'd they go?
I wish I met him a week ago, because I
Really?
would have told Abdullah no for his loan and had them actually buy Wildcard. They're very smart. I wasn't expecting it, honestly. They smart in the way of boxing. You know, they want to do professional shit. You know, they ran me through how tomorrow night's gonna go. I was like almost about to cry. Like, I love the boxing game so much.
Well, there's
and these
Dukes,
guys
and that
have
one guy
my
bought
same
it has
idea.
never even done anything or touched it. So
Yeah, I'm about to fucking confiscate it back because I haven't even seen them in forever.
yeah.
But like, they're talking about tomorrow night, they got 5 fights. The undercards are all 3 rounds, 2 minutes each. They got referees, they got ring girls, they got LSPD there to do security. They got different level tickets. They got walkouts. Everybody's got their own music. The ring man's got everyone's height, weight, where they're
Yeah, be
from.
nice, be
Like,
respectful,
they have
be
everything
positive.
detailed out.
Odds.
They have Weasel News coming to cover it. They had Weasel News do the press conference where the pre-fight weigh-ins and all this shit. Like, they're doing it so official. I was like, holy fuck! Like, yes, thank God the city needs this.
City's better off
So-
if you just I would just say confiscate that shit. The guy's literally owned it for who knows how long and never touched it.
Dukes for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna look into it.
That's probably
and,
more their style too, if they're professional, and it gives a competition in the boxing scene for those guys to go back and forth, train in gym, shit like that.
See, and the thing they want to do is have the gyms running as gyms where they can do the semi-pro fights, all that shit, and then they want Maze Bank open, so that's where the big fight nights are, like on Friday nights, you know, every other week or some shit. And then throughout the week, they can train at the gyms. The gyms can have semi-pro fights and all this shit. And then the big fights are at Maze Bank. And I was like, that'd be fucking flawless, fantastic. So
it'd be amazing.
You know, I pitched myself to him as like a backer. I was like, I don't want in your business. I've done this business before. I'm not trying to step on your toes. But I was like, you know, first things first, let's do a sponsor. So I threw him some money from Dynasty 8. They're gonna do out a Dynasty 8 read at the fight night tomorrow. So now they have a little bit of cash flow. They can give some fighters some money. They can have a little bit of breathing money, all that good shit. And just like I told you the other night, man, the Golden Fleece umbrella expands. I said, let's get the sports book rolling. And they were foaming at the mouth. They were like, holy shit, that'd be fantastic. I was like, I got a guy that can make odds and lines and all this shit. And obviously it's not in the near future. I was like, you know, we'll take our time till you guys get up and running. But I think the money we can make on some sports book and then potentially having somebody throw a fight, man, we could make a fucking fortune.
I mean, even if we don't make a shit ton of money, that's a hell of a story, and it'd probably be a good ass time. You know what I'm saying?
It's a cash business, which means we can fudge the numbers and we can run a lot of business through it, baby. Speaking of, another thing that obviously outreaches to you now, Golden Fleece is the loan company, but legally and truthfully, it's a loan and holdings company. So every business that I or anyone with us owns is technically owned on paper and legally by Golden Fleece Holdings. So it owns
I knew
all
about
of
this
these
actually after
companies. It's
writing
a
up
mother
that one
company.
thing with
exactly.
yeah.
Yep. So if you ever wanted to, obviously that's open for you, and it's just for, you know, a lot of good paperwork, a lot of good legal work. It's kind of all owned by an entity, so a lot of good maneuvering to be had there if we ever need it for the wiggle room.
Might not be a bad idea. That's probably something we could make happen pretty quick if we needed to. I'm not seeing the immediate need for like places like Vanilla Unicorn, the pawn
Yeah.
shop, but
It's just open whenever it, you know,
and I
looks
don't-
like a good idea.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, especially with other things in the future, for sure. But I don't think the cops can touch that shit, even if they wanted to be honest.
And that's the point. And it all looks better on paper. It's gives us a lot of wiggle room and maneuverability. And, you know, the 2 kids that I have working at Golden Fleece right now is S2 and Theo. I've known them for a good while, actually. And they're not only smart, they're very loyal, not only to each other, but to me. So they are very good clean fronts, squeaky clean. They work at Dynasty 8. They're little nice salesmen. You know, they're great little kids. You know what I mean? And auto shops are going to be in their names. Maybe another pawn shop or something might be in their names. So they will be, again, the business will be in Golden Fleece Holdings. And then on the deed might be Esther Ramos or Theo Hernandez. And then we can get on the deed through them. You know what I mean? There's a lot of maneuvering
that's
around.
smart. That's
But
real
all on
smart.
paper, it just looks like another Golden Fleece employee owns it because it's under the umbrella. So we have tons of ways to keep all this shit flowing and moving. And we have so many cash businesses with both the strip clubs, the pawn shop, the gambling, the loan business, where all of it, we can just make numbers up if we ever get investigated for money. So it's very nice that we have all of this shit at our disposal.
Yeah, no fuck. Speaking of the cops, we talked to the cops for a second while we got a second.
Yeah.
My brother Sonny's been writing me all kinds of fucking letters about crazy shit happening on Grove Street. Apparently the cops killed this guy named Big Raj in the Ballers, and it pissed off the Ballers, so it's been all out fucking war on Grove Street. Apparently the Sonny said he's been grabbing the AK, and they've been like holding down Grove Street, so if any cops came in, they just started gunning them down or some crazy shit. And I haven't been over there in a hot second because I've been doing this whole like still don't know who the fuck I am kind of thing for the last 24, and been putting out fires as a weasel. But yeah, I don't exactly know what the situation is, but I know that it's like a war zone over there, and that Grove Street right now is the Ballers at the very least in like some huge back and forth after Big Raj dying. Like apparently they got their.
Was Big Raj guy a baller? Or was he
Yeah.
just like a liked individual? Okay.
He was a
that's-
baller.
That's not good.
Yeah, he died. Cops killed him, so they went after the cops that killed him, and then they, I guess, set some precedent. Sonny was saying like anytime they come in the area, they were just gonna fucking gun him down and give him a chance to get the fuck out.
Jesus.
So that was been going on the last couple of days. I don't know what's transpired exactly, but I feel like it's good to know just in case for whatever the fuck's happening.
Yep, that makes sense. Okay, good to know.
So at the very least, maybe the cops have their hands full with all that kind of shit. They're looking right, we can look left, kind of a thing.
Yeah, for sure. Luckily, you know, again, it goes to having a lot of nice, clean faces and stuff. But none of us have run in with the cops. The only person that has a record is Josh, and it's a fucking a B&E. So it's not even a felony or anything. He just, you know, went right to jail. They gave him like a couple months, a slap on the wrist, and he was out. So no one else even has anything close to anything on the record. So whenever they talk to us, you know, all the boys know to act very cordial with the cops. You know, be very nice, get along with your business, and they'll let you go most of the time. So it's nice to know that their hands are full anyway.
Yeah, it's a good balance because we've got guys like the Ballers who handle this shit and keep them busy, and then hopefully now we'll have guys like this new Lost, which can do the same thing. Especially if like
spread thin.
Because like when you think about it like this, when the Ballers are active and able to do shit, it's good. But when they have to lay low, then there's nobody else. Which having another outlet like these new fucking Lost, then we can kind of like bounce back and forth and never have to worry about being on the outskirts or whatever. So.
It's good to know for sure. I really want to know what the fuck happens when you know, you get up with this Larry guy and Tony and Jolene and all that shit. I think that's gonna be some crazy shit to hear.
Well, yeah, you and me both. It's gonna be a real interesting fucking morning.
You're gonna be in for it.
Debating on whether I should just stay the fuck up or if I should sleep like a really short bit and then wake up because I know they're around usually earlier. So
I was about to say, yeah, they're pretty early because I think that might be why I've never even seen Tony much. But yeah, Jolene was making it seem like even meeting her at, I think I met her at like 3 or 4 p.m.
Probably too late for them. Yep.
Yeah, and she was making it seem like she just woke back up to come do it, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm getting my day started.
Yeah, definitely early birds.
So that
Early
makes
birds
sense.
for sure. Yeah, brief Geo and drop me his PO maybe in a letter or something. I'm most likely gonna have to reach out tomorrow for sure.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna take a leak. I'll see you soon.
All right.
Appreciate you.
As always.
All right, we're back.
All right, sorry about that. Chat, what's going on? There's so many paragraphs in the chat right now. What's happening? What did I miss? Hey, calm. It's the best way I can put this. Like two mafia bosses talking to each other and catching up. Is like the best correlation I can explain. Canadian Jailer of the Illuminati, it's amazing. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. That's pretty much it. Guys, I love Gooch and the rest of you, but maybe let the poor man get some rest. Bro, they're letting me get rest. You kidding me? When you put 72 hours on the clock or whatever it was, that's plenty of rest. In fact, I felt bad about it, but I took a lot of extra time today after getting a bunch of rest to do some much needed adulting and like stuff around my apartment that I was just, haven't had as much time to do when the clock is like much shorter. So don't worry about me. I'm feeling good. I'm rested. If anything, my sleep schedule is just like a little fricked right now. We're just gonna burn out and end up hate playing GTA. Nah, man. If anything, my motivation for GTA is back. Playing other characters and dealing with like the cops and how they treat criminals and stuff, like other criminals have to go through, like that is rough. I mean, you guys saw firsthand the stuff that we dealt with. On 2 different characters, we were given charges of crimes that we never committed. Which is just rough, man. That'll take the wind out of anyone's sails. And I'm sure we'll deal with that a lot whenever I go back into crime as Kenny, like full on. But with all the stuff going on, I just feel like there's a lot of rich story right now, so it's like good to do some GT every day. I really want to do some Atlas too, though, because that roleplay is popping, and I mean, the good thing about Atlas right now is that it's like non-integral stuff. Well, it's integral, but not like story-wise. Like most people are just building up their shit. Like, it's a lot of building, it's a lot of smacking trees, it's a lot of smacking rocks. So it's not the worst thing if I'm not there for every single day, but I do want to pull my weight. No, it's okay. I appreciate you. I mean, you care, bro. I thanks for, looking out for your boy, Kaz. Much love, man. It definitely, I appreciate you guys, chat. Thank you for that. Like, you guys are enjoying the content, and you guys don't want me to burn out. And that's why, it's really nice when you guys will for other stuff and still stick around and hang out whenever we do variety and do different things. Doing variety is really important for me to keep it fresh so I don't burn out, kind of a thing. Is the reality? I need to check my mail real fast. Pretty sure I just checked it, but I can't remember. But whenever I am burnt out, I literally just stop playing. I don't like to play. I don't like to go through the motions on roleplay. I only like to roleplay whenever I have the itch, so it doesn't feel shallow. You know what I mean? I feel like we've done some really dope roleplay the last couple of days that I hope you guys have really liked. I can't believe Tanner's back, bro. Actually crazy. We're gonna talk about adding to the clean guy list. Dirk. Relax, buddy. Okay. Where is his PO? I don't have his PO. All right, I think if that's everything, chat, I think we try and get some sleep and sorry about that, no disrespecting the role players. Do such a good job. I guess I'm just too invested. Nah, I completely understand. Blood or Badad power. It's all good. I know you're just trying to say your piece and whatnot. It's just when you say someone's like a stage 5 clinger, and I know you don't mean it in a. I mean, most of the time I chat, I know you guys don't mean it in a negative way. and you guys are just trying to talk about the story, and you're invested, and that means something to me. I'm glad you guys are invested and you guys are enjoying the story. That I appreciate. It's just we need to make sure that we cultivate a good environment where we're not being toxic, potentially toxic is a better term, potentially toxic or negative to our peers, because it can be taken the wrong way out of context by anybody else who's in chat, who like goes back to them and says the wrong things, or if they're in chat and they think the wrong things. It's better to like that kind of stuff is better for like a discussion in Discord, much rather than like in Twitch chat, because Twitch chat is a much more public place, and so perception is reality a lot of times. So we just want to cultivate an environment where we're putting our peers up and talking good things about our peers, if that makes sense. I'm not trying to like censor people or whatever. I want them to be able to discuss and talk about the things they want to talk about, but at the same time, we also want to make sure that we're promoting good vibes in the community and spreading good vibes to other people. That's kind of why I'm like always so worried about like certain things or whatnot, like, because I don't want anybody to go get hate or like a mob mentality or like, you know, toxicity or anything like that. Like, trust me, I've dealt with that from other situations because I play a lot of conflict characters and do a lot of roleplay that drives conflict. And not everybody understands conflict or takes conflict the wrong way. So like I've been on the receiving end of it. So it's always good to like try and set a good example and be kind or be positive and stuff. So no worries at all. I completely understand. It's okay. And I appreciate, you know, you being like, hey, my bad, etc., etc. Yeah, Calm, whenever you can, I definitely need access to that storage and stuff for sure. Dude, there's so many paragraphs in chat right now. Holy frick. I'm also concerned about him. So I get it. We can make his own choices. We just get to tease him a bit. It's good to take care. Nah, I'm alright, chat. I'm okay. I'm making sure I get extra rest whenever it's available and all that good stuff. If there was ever an issue or something, I would tell you guys. I'd be like, look, guys, this is the situation. But right now, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it. I want to do the subathon right. I'm able to get some extra sleep, which is nice, etc., etc., etc. And supposed to see the Meg 2 for my birthday yesterday. It was my only birthday wish. Kirsa, don't try and hurt me. I will see it, I promise, Kirsa. Here, hold on, actually. Let me see if I can make that wish come true, okay? Talk to my team, talk to my investors, my partners. We're gonna try and make that dream come true, okay? And that hurts when Kirsten says it was her only birthday wish, bro. I'm gonna go after my soul. Yeah, this is a game I actually thought about playing today. I got a little too lost in the sauce with everything, but I was going to show you guys this. This game's called Armored Core, and I was thinking about playing it. I don't know if you guys are into this, though.
Hello, and thanks for checking out the video. With this footage, we'll introduce our new mech action game.
He's playing GTA the whole stream? I gotta get to bed.
6 Fires of Rubicon.
He's gonna be on in like 3 hours, bro.
Of this title's mood and gameplay.
Communication is key. Yeah, that's another thing. Communicating with our peers and stuff. Because a lot of times, like, stuff can get lost in the sauce in the game. And so, like, that's why my DMs are always open, not only to you guys, but, like, to my other peers, too. Because I want them to know, like, I'm creating conflict and story in the game, but that doesn't, how my character feels about you in character does not translate to how I feel about, how Gooch feels about you, as, you know, as a streamer and as a peer and a role player and whatnot. So, and that can get lost a lot because people kind of take things the rough way sometimes. So being able to talk and be like, hey, we're good. is important. I might not always get to every DM right away, but I try to when I can.
In a future where interstellar travel is commonplace, our story begins in a distant star system.
No need to be sorry, Kaz. I love you for looking out, man. Much love.
Our protagonist, an independent
You're not wrong at all.
is smuggled
33 days
into
of
a
fuck
comet
time.
in search of a mysterious
34 days,
new
sorry.
substance
34 days,
known
chat.
as
It's crazy.
Conway.
It's over a month.
Your position is grid 135. Off target, but within permissible range.
Got secondhand burnout, keeping up with these awesome RP cool cats. Really? Should I do something else? I mean, if you guys are getting secondhand burnout and shit, let me know. We can always play other stuff. Like, that's why I'm always offering other options. And maybe I should not put RP on the poll every time. So yeah. Good night, girlish.
Huge multi-layered stages will let players make the most of their AC's exceptional movement and attack capabilities.
Time to fly, 621.
Stockholm Syndrome. Give Mochi my love. Mochi, Mochi, Mochi. Yeah, I know, I know. I'm gonna try and see it soon, though, because I really do want to see it. This game's called Armored Core, and it looks really fun. Oh, dude, there's so much RP, J-Rad. There's so much shit going down, it's crazy.
Each arm and shoulder.
We had Larry do the kidnapping job on Jolene that we were trying to do, and it's like, had a big trickle. I meant to jump on frickin' Atlas the last 2 days, but I've been putting out fires because people at Weasel News were trying to like usurp, I don't know how else to say it, like usurp Kenny as CEO. Like basically there was blood in the water. My character lost his memories and the sharks came out for sure.
Follow the markers.
Assault Boost is one of the core abilities at your disposal, used for both traversal and combat.
Have you tried this, Ozzy? Yeah, I really want to play BG3, Fury, you're not wrong.
Did you hear anything about what the corps are up to?
I have a question about the police. Okay, yeah, shoot. Before I get out of here and go to bed. I need to go to bed really soon.
on the run.
Fine makes. God damn it. I love mechs, man. This is really cool.
Take full advantage of your AC's mobility to freely navigate the environment. Use boost to take the fight to the air.
Thanks, Wills. I appreciate the kind words.
Beyond the 2D plane.
I know you're a little GTA frog, Kirsa.
You're outnumbered, 621. Use your missiles.
Use vertical catapults to gain even more altitude and launch into the action from above. Against tougher enemies, deal impact damage to their attitude control system to temporarily put them out of action.
GTARP, why do they seem to know people and information they shouldn't know about? That would be called stream sniping and meta. So if that is happening, definitely reportable. Shouldn't be happening, because that's how roleplay gets killed. And people don't want to play anymore because it's like they feel like it's unfair. That's like one of the quickest killers for storylines in RP and people to stop playing. Isn't that not allowed? Yes, correct, Dela. If they know people and information they shouldn't. Like a good example is Officer Dara. Whenever Gibbs got arrested for the first time, he metaed Gibbs to know that it was him, even though he was in disguise. And basically just because the day before, like, they got in an altercation and he wanted to get an arrest on Gibbs and put him behind bars. And like that's why when he walked him over to the thing, he was like, "Karma's a bitch." Like said that to him. And like the only evidence they had, and this was the point I was trying to make to the cops, but they didn't give a fuck, was that the basis of information used was that he was very Irish. And basically, you know, they like left, it was going to be done, and he had them go back around. I don't know. That was a while ago, but still, since then, the cops have had a bunch of issues for sure. And I really hope it gets cleaned up because bad cops is definitely another thing that's going to make people stop playing. In fact, I'm pretty sure it already has, which is unfortunate. Also why I'm like thinking about making a cop, but I don't really want to have to be the person to like frickin' solve all those problems. At the same time, there needs to be somebody setting an example or more people, but there are good cops. It's just, it only takes a couple bad ones. Anyway, this is a game I want to play. It looks fun. It's called Armored Core. I was thinking about grabbing this and playing it. It's very expensive right now, though. For like, I don't know if it's multiplayer. Is it? It's FromSoft, so it's gonna be good. This is the trailer, I think. Only 3 minutes. Lucy's playing a cop now. I love that. I heard Gink said he think
We're close to Rubicon. Wake the dog up.
Yeah, it was when we lost our memories, dude. That everyone was like, "Oh, Kenny's lost his memories," and then there were fucking sharks out, blood was in the water. But now they're having to deal with us coming back. I was talking to some of the ballers, made me feel bad for them. Really. Yeah, I really hope that guys like Moosey, because they played a Creme, will have the right perspective and kind of step in. And it's going to be tough for a cadet, but you need to really be checking people, because if someone says they tell you something, and you need to ask how they have that information. And if they don't have accurate information and they're just using shit, then that's bad. That's really bad. And they need to be checked for that. So like somebody in there actively being like, how do you know this? Where did this come from? For any information you have is important, because all it takes is someone to be like, oh, so-and-so's here, and they just did this. And if nobody asks why or how they have this, and they respond to it and they do a bunch of stuff and it leads to an arrest, then, you know, it's just like a huge abuse of power and meta that just doesn't happen. I mean, doesn't get checked and no consequences happen, which is not fair to other players. So I'm really hoping that Moosey, with his perspective from playing a criminal, will be able to do good inside the cop force. But then again, it's going to be tough for one person, especially at the cadet level. It takes like a bunch of people. So it wouldn't be bad for like guys like myself and Shazam to also make cops.
Augmented human C4621 has awakened.
Another ban wave for the ballas, and yeah, I don't want to go into detail public, but don't agree with it, bro. Dude, I don't know how many ballers got banned, but if that's the case, that's sad, because I don't know the situation, but from what I do know, I saw the phone call and it was like, it looked like the most innocent phone call ever. It looked like an RP phone call, basically telling them like, hey, you know, respect our turf. If you come in, and shit's gonna happen. And then from what I also know, they went into the turf like 10 deep or something, which if it was 10 deep, that's still more cops than I think what the rule is. Which is also not great. And the cops got full wiped. The phone call was so benign. There was like nothing. And I don't understand how it's pinned on Chloe, because she made the call. I really wish I had seen the VOD, but I couldn't watch it because I don't know the guy. That's why I had to stop watching it. It's like different whenever you know the role player and you can watch their stuff because they won't care about you like using their stream to watch it or whatever. But like, you know, if anybody else watched our stream and we didn't know them, we could definitely, you know, do something about it or whatever. But I don't know, man. Like, I just don't understand how the ballas who are providing roleplay and responding to the fact that their guy got killed are the ones getting ban waves. And for what, dude? For what? For wiping the cops? Who came in like 10 deep? Cops didn't have to come in 10 deep based off of a phone call. And that's all I saw. We might not have the full story, but yeah, bro. I don't get that shit at all. It's not good. It's not good. So fingers crossed somebody does the right thing because I don't understand it. I need someone to explain that to me. Pretty fun. Looks like a good time. All right, chat. That's going to do it for me. I'm going to get some rest and some sleep and all that jazz. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I know it was like a bit slower at times, but we ended on a good note. We'll jump into GTA early, so if you guys want to be around for that, I'm going to try and get up in about 6 to 7 hours, hopefully. Is what I'm shooting for. I want to try and be around between like 9 and 10. Because that will give me some time to hang out with the EU gang and also get some sleep. So that's my game plan. I love you guys. Thank you so much for everything and all the fun today. Thanks for being amazing, chat, as usual. And the good vibes. I hope you guys had a fun time getting to know our Canada people. And just kind of hanging out together. It was like a little bit more relaxing, chill day. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'll see you guys in like 6 to 7 hours. Give or take. Love you, chat. Have a great night. Good night.
License plate number?
Yeah, we can go like police station.